No, I'm talking about your people. All right, cool. Let's get started.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lives all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got.
Oh, hello, hello. I don't know about y'all, but it is raining cats, dogs, frogs, and hogs in good old San Antonio, Texas. It's doing the absolute most today. It is. It's doing. It's a little feeling like a little Dorothy with the house shaking and trees slapping and rain hitting hard and
I think I left
thunder.
my glasses. I think I left my glasses in the other room.
I'm gonna need you to go get them because you can't see in front of your
Oh
face.
wait! I got a backup. I got a backup. As a matter of fact, I got two backups. So
That's how you know you blind. You have to have a lot of glasses.
Hey, man.
Can you see? Let's do. Can you
Hey,
see?
hold on. Well, let me clean them. They've been in my drawer. There we go.
A little dusty.
I don't like the glare.
Yeah. Can you see? My fingers I'm holding.
All right, let me set these right here. Keep up with them. I might need them in a minute. What's good? We ready? I got my glasses. Well, yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
good.
Sure.
Hey.
So it ain't be raining here, but it's been cloudy. I thought it was gonna rain, but we didn't get none.
Mm-hmm.
We just got like the little overcast stuff. You know, I'm up north, 5 hours away. No rain, but definitely got some overcast. So
Okay. All right. Well, if you are new or if you are old and have not, please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you can get alerted when we are live. If you are on Facebook, follow the TK Chronicles of a Black Sheep podcast page. And we also float on there when we are live. And if you would like, we're also on Twitch live as well. And you can go follow over there. So, how we? Oh Jesus! I'm sorry. He just touched a little bit. He got dropped on it 7 times when he was little. So just bear with him a little bit.
Oh Lord.
You don't know.
I'm good. You don't like it? It's like a little afro on my chin. So what's good, man? How y'all feel? How was y'all's week?
It's been a long week.
Been a long week? Yeah.
It's been a long week.
Okay.
How your day start off, your week might start off kind of good, and then it just kind of start going. Yeah. They're kind of like that.
Yeah, it happens. It's been a pretty decent week for me. It went by pretty fast, but it's been busy. Some things I ain't told y'all about. I meant to fill y'all in. Nonetheless, it's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. We here about to talk about some things. Kick it with our family, our co-abs family, and yeah, let's get it in. Naeee, look at you, Naeee, you so cute. You got your little smile and stuff. Look at you. I like your glasses. And we need to help our lovely host get a better attitude.
Oh Lord.
So, as we're going to go ahead and get started tonight.
Well, so, my lips kind of dry. Wait.
You need Crisco for that. That's not going to work.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
All right. So, tonight's topic is are you responsible for creating bad dating people? So, this was DJ's topic this week.
However, it was my topic based off of some conversations that me and you had.
Where that came from?
To put it all off on me.
Because you the one that brought it up, but I didn't know that's how you got
Yeah,
it. Oh,
I brought it up because I know your track record. I was just playing. I'm joking.
oh, I see. All right. So,
Nah, so look, so this conversation came up. Anybody knows me, knows my background, yada yada yada. I have conversations with people about this all the time, and I notice patterns, right? So in that space of noticing patterns, I was like, it's something going on, but it don't stop with us. It seems like it's trickling down. So I wanted to ask this question: are we responsible for creating bad dating partners? Because a lot of times in this space of dating, right, it's easy for us to look at the other people, but not often do we reflect on ourselves, right? And some of the people that we encounter. So I took a poll. I asked my friends to talk to some of their people. Even I reached out. So we're going to be open and honest, and we're going to have this question. So I mean, this conversation. That's where it came from. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Ticket. You good?
mhm,
Too much? Why you biting your lip? What's up, Q? Good to see you, family.
yeah, yeah. All right. So,
That's where it came from, man. Man, look.
yeah, I guess I didn't know where it came from, but thanks for that evaluation. Well, I tell you, you can't even have private best friend conversations no more without people want to make it a topic. I'm telling you.
I'm telling it
Oh
all. I'm
Lord.
telling it all. It's the world knows now. The world
All right.
knows.
So, the number one question: are bad daters created or are they self made?
Ooh.
Self-made.
Mm.
Self
Elaborate
made.
on self-made.
Yeah, elaborate on it.
So, did they become bad daters themselves?
Um,
Or they just
Okay.
what they are?
So let me answer that question right there. As far as self-made, I don't know if they're self-made, but I can definitely say some of it can be outdated, right? And the reason why I say outdated is because a lot of the information that I would say my generation, has gotten from dating is from our parents and grandparents, right? Which the whole dating phase is nothing like it used to be when our parents and grandparents was dating. So that's why I would say outdated. That information, um, as far as even like some of the acts of chivalry and all that stuff, man, you try to be nice nowadays and you get called all kind of names like Simpson. I mean, it's just so weird, man. Sassy, it's just crazy. So I'm not gonna say it's
Zesty.
right, zesty. Come on now, but I could definitely see how a lot of it can be outdated. So that's one aspect, and also you got to keep in mind we get this dating information from our mom and dad, right? So we want to take that information and take it to the person that we're engaging with, not with the mindset that we're not dating our mom or dads just because that works for them 60 years ago. I'm just gonna work for the person in front of us nowadays, especially at our age, because we can date 10 years older, which would be late 50s, 60s, or 10 years younger, which would be in their 30s. So that's three different generations of dating that we're in right now. So yeah,
Ooh.
see, you didn't think about that. If you date somebody 10 years older, they're baby boomers. If you date someone 10 years younger, they're a millennial, right? And if you're one of them kind of people that date somebody in their 20s, that's Gen Z. So that's
Hell
four
no.
different generations of dating. But you see what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
people that do
Mhm.
it all the time. But anyway, Nate, what you think? I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm gonna be quiet.
Um, I wouldn't say, well, I wouldn't so much say that they could be like self-made, but they can definitely have like some residue from their
Ooh.
past relationships. Um,
How you spell residue? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
um, what was the other question? The
Out self-made. or
Self.
outdated?
It was self-made. It was another one.
Oh, what's the other part of that question?
Are bad daters created or self-made?
Yeah,
They can definitely be created.
Okay.
I'm
Definitely
leaning
could
more
be
towards
created.
creative, and the
Mm,
reason why I say creative,
I feel like it could be kind of like a mixture of both or either or.
I do too. Now I do. I definitely do on that. Um, for the simple fact that just like Dee was stating, back in the day, when our grandparents and greats were dating, first of all, they started dating young. They were
Mm-hmm.
dating and they real literally in their teens. A lot of them got married in their teens. So where
Mm-hmm.
we had grandparents, I had a grandparent that they were married for like 70 something years before they passed away because they got married like 17, 16, 17. No, I think they were 15 from the family tree,
oof,
but they started
Mm-hmm.
very young. It was a known thing and word said of courting. They was big with talking about courting. Oh, so and so are courting. So that meant that they were dating. Not everybody
Mm-hmm.
dating each other. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the chivalry was there. The opening the doors, the walking on women walking on the inside from on the street way, walking on the inside versus towards the street. So there was a lot of that. And with a lot of the neighborhoods, everybody knew who was dating who. So if you was cheating,
Mm-hmm.
you had to been grade A at cheating because everybody knew everybody and everybody knew who everybody was dating. So now that you come into this space of the now dating is weird. Everybody sleeping with somebody's body, and you just like, what the hell? Or it's so many bodies attached to one body, you don't want that body, and people got a
what are
whole
you
lot.
talking about?
Be quiet and all that other stuff. We're talking about dating styles, how
No, it's part of
changed
dating.
from then to now. So it's different. Now we have dating sites. They didn't have no dating sites then. They didn't have internet. So the dating thing is a whole lot different now. It's more going on with dating. It's too many tools, too many people, that kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, so when we say about being created, I feel that some people were created, but I also believe that because of how people may be around some people or things that they saw, that they also self-made themselves into bad daters. Because if you think about it, you'll get somebody like Russell Wilson. Perfect example. What is he called? He's called a simp. He's
A
called weak
simp.
and everything else by how he dated Sierra, treats her as his wife. He's a simp to a lot of dudes. That's what they call him. But then when you got
Mm-hmm.
somebody like Future, he's being praised for how negatively, allegedly, he treated her and their child.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that there's just, in some spaces, some people want that bad guy, bad data image. Because for some people, guys, it make them look good. It's almost like a badge of honor kind of thing. So I think it's a little bit of both on the created and self made kind of level.
I can see that.
Why you looking like a deer
Cause
caught in
I'm
headlights?
like, why are you looking like that?
What's wrong?
Her perspective is her perspective, and I respect it.
Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, so this one is also talking about the role of the upbringing, the attachment styles, and how past partners play a part in how you date.
Mm.
As partners, huh? Upbringing. You said attachment style.
Yes.
I can see that.
Oof.
So if anybody has watched us and been following us for some time, we have definitely done one on attachment styles. um,
Mhm.
Me and DJ's attachment styles were the same.
Yeah,
That's
ain't nothing the same.
probably why we're best friends. 'Cause it's the
I'm
same.
thinking about never mind.
Yeah, don't put your foot in your mouth. Anyway, so upbringing, again, like some of the things that I've said, I was able to see my great grandparents, my grandparents date, um, and just kind of see how they carried on. Like with my grandparents, um, you couldn't tell my grandfather nothing. When my grandmother ended up having to be put into a nursing facility, what
Oh
what
no, no. I just want to know, like, I'm thinking about attachment styles and how, like, how do you think they affect us in dating?
It does.
they do.
'Cause I know mine affect mine.
Do you know your attachment style, Nick? Do you? I mean,
Yes.
not well. Do you want to share?
I think mine is anxious.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Mine.
No.
I know. I'm
Did
just
he?
playing. I'm
Did
sorry.
he really just go there?
I did. I'm joking.
Oh,
Um, anxious. Okay. What about you, TK? Like, you
I
rigid,
gotta. I know it when I see it. Hold on.
rigid,
Because
rigid,
we ain't did. If mine
rigid,
is so is yours.
rigid.
Hard work.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
ooh. There's multiple, right?
Yeah.
there's a lot. There are. There's typically four.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's secure, anxious. Well, this one says anxious, preoccupied. I ain't never heard that one. But then it got
They
dismissive,
keep adding stuff to
avoidant,
it.
huh?
That's that they keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah, it's dismissive, avoiding, fearful,
Hmm.
avoiding, and disorganized. And
Mm.
we have to find the regular.
Organized. That's interesting.
When I was avoiding, sir,
Huh? Sorry.
wasn't ours avoidance?
Yours?
Ours, we had the same one. Don't play with me.
Wow. We're talking about you right now.
Ooh.
No.
Imagine being an anxious attachment being with somebody that's avoidant.
Mm,
Eee.
that's crazy. Man, but you
It
know what?
is.
Like it's a specific aspect that I want to bring some light to, right?
Hmm.
When it comes to
Mm.
ba- creating bad dating partners, because a lot of times, and I'm not like, well, it's not a man or woman thing, but we approach these situations, and some people have tendencies to baby the person that they're dating, right? Like,
Mm.
and babying them in some aspects is cool, but then in other aspects that they want the person to grow up or to act a certain type of way. And then,
Mm.
from what I understand, that mindset right there, now they're taking this into their next relationship as if the other person should give, or if they should still be babied. Does that make sense?
I can see
I,
Yeah,
that.
it kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I
But where's the
so
line between babying and catering?
I mean, I think the line is the approach. You know, it's okay to cater, but approach it as you're catering to an adult and not a child. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah.
It's a different level. Yeah. Also, I would say the line is the way we talk to people, right? Sometimes we have the tendency to think that we know what's best. So we talk to adults like we talk to the children. So if you talk to someone like a children, that's the mindset. Now they're going to act like a child because that's the way you talk to them. And it's across the board on so many different levels, especially those relationships that turn to long term, right? And then they suddenly end,
Mm.
but someone, getting back out there in that dating pool. Because, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, dating someone, yeah. And I also think that's why a lot of males nowadays want to be baby or, you know, taken care of, so to speak.
No, they
Hmm.
got it from their mama. They was already being baby.
I mean, you could say that, but the reality of it is, there's a lot of women that do it. So
And that's true too. And that's where you also come to that space where you find a lot of men wanting women like their mother because their mother catered and babied them in a whole lot of aspects. I know some people that their mother is still doing their laundry and they well off in age and capable of doing it themselves.
I agree with that. I agree. Do you think? Do you think that's another aspect? So take you right. Like, do you think you may have created? Like, is that something that you may struggle with having a teenage son and stuff like that?
Um, I do not cater.
Okay.
There are things that I do. Um, just as a mother. But
Right.
I don't wash my son's clothes. He is 15. He's been washing his clothes by himself for a couple of years. He irons his own clothes. He makes his own
Yeah.
bed. He vacuums and takes out trash and all that stuff. Now, some people may say cater in an aspect of, or may look at it that way with me cooking. But cooking is just something I do for the household anyway. And I
Yeah.
know what
I
the
understand.
are, but no, I can't say that he's
Do
baby.
you talk to him about dating and
Now,
stuff like
don't
that?
get me wrong. I know when there's oh, he ain't trying to have that conversation, baby. He
Oh, yeah,
shuts
yeah,
that
okay.
down.
Okay.
He's still in that stage. Ooh, girls,
Okay.
no,
Understood.
I'm good. Yeah, but yeah, we had a whole conversation one day, and the conversation with both of my kids.
So you talk.
Oh my
So did
God.
you talk to the other one
It
about
went
dating?
to grandkids. We not having this.
Mm,
Yes.
gotcha.
We had
Okay.
that problem of we ain't having no kids. You just gonna be grandchildless, and we don't want them problems. Is basically what they tagged and basically told me
Uh,
is
Well, I'm
get the
praying
hell over
against
it
them.
because you're not.
I'm praying the opposite of that. I need you to have a bunch of grandchildren, wherever they come from, a bunch of them. All I know
Yeah,
is
it ain't
I can
looking
speak
good
for
for me.
myself,
That's all
right?
I'm gonna say.
I can speak for myself, and being in that space of dating. Not talking about my kids, but I know I done probably created some bad dating people. I know I done, yeah, I just didn't know how to date. Horrible at it. Horrible, horrible
That's an
dater.
honest confession.
yeah,
That
Yeah.
is a
that's
very
honest.
honest confession. Very. I'm
Yeah.
not going to even elaborate, even though that door is wide open. I shall not walk through it, Lord Jesus.
Because if you do, the door swings both ways, ma'am. The door swings both ways.
But it swing harder on your end, so I'm going to leave it alone.
I doubt
So,
it.
yes.
I'm just
Shh.
I'm just open and honest. Anyways, so yeah, I know I didn't.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean some intentional, some unintentional. When we're younger, we don't realize how our actions can affect people. Sometimes we're just
Mm.
selfish. I've been there. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm sure I'm just brave enough to say it. Right? I've been there. I've been selfish, thinking about myself, what I wanted, and all that. And I know I didn't. I apologize, y'all. If y'all are watching, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Oh, look at you. Oh,
Mm,
oh my God.
well with me.
Oh. So yeah, and I agree. When we are growing up, um, us trying to learn what dating is, how to date. we are nowhere close to looking at love languages, attachment styles, none of that. I
Mm-mm.
didn't get into this aspect till what, maybe about 45, and that was because of this podcast. Um, but those are things that didn't seem like it was an ingredient or a need. You kind of dated back then according to your interests, the things you had in common, um, attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Hey, I like you, you like me. Let's go eat. Let's go to the movies, whatever. So over life and time, that changes though, because now we're kind of learning that that attachment style is about 50 points. That that love language is about another 30, 45. Them looks
Ooh.
is about 5% to a point when you look at all the other stuff and the
My love
compatibility.
languages change depending on how I feel about you, depending on how much I like you. It's the truth. Or if I love you, I can love you all the time, but I don't always like you. So
That sounds
I,
very seasonal.
no, that sounds very true. Like that's real.
That
Like
sounds common as
no,
hell.
no, no, no. Let me elaborate. Like I love you, right? You my dog, but I don't always like you. Sometimes you say something you ain't supposed to say. But in that space of not
Lie,
liking, right? In that space of
lie.
not liking, the love helps us sustain. So in that space, that love language, how I could use to be touchy feely or whatever, I might need a word of affirmation to confirm some things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's all
okay.
I'm
And I
saying.
can kind of see
I might need-
that.
Yeah,
Because when I'm in a space where me and my significant other are not on the same page and we may not be speaking or they're angry, depending on what's said, I'm like mean mugging like a pit bull, like, you mother.
yeah, yeah. That red nose pit bull you got going on.
Yeah,
I can.
I love them, but I damn sure don't like them. And probably want to
That's
feel
that.
like that dog on Friday when a bit pop in the ass, just, step around and get no, just
Yeah, yeah.
kind of thing. So I can see that I love you, but I don't like you, kind of.
I did a thing, y'all. So
Uh,
I was like, so I reached out to a couple of people that I dated, and I was like, I got cursed out. She, boy,
you
this
got
one,
what?
she cussed me out.
Oh.
I was like, was I a bad dating? I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, but I reached out because I knew I was, but I wanted to hear the perspective. I wanted to hear it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we was able to have a conversation. I'm sick of you.
Oh Lord.
I'm pretty sure it's a couple of people that cuss you out too. I can name them.
That's now. Now,
Anyways, so I did that because, like, not just for the sake of this conversation, but for the sake of awareness. Like, if I'm ever back out there dating again, I mean, I'm not the same
Mm-hmm.
person anymore, but you know, yep.
so
Gotcha.
I'm that I'm low key kind of mad at you
Why?
because I did the same thing. I just thought I was gonna say it first. So
Oh, I'm
I
sorry. Did you get
I
cussed out too?
oh no, no, no,
Oh,
baby. See,
okay.
me and my
It's me.
exes is good. That's just you by yourself. I can't high five
We,
you, baby.
even the he, okay.
So the great majority of me and my exes are still friends
Why?
because
Never mind. That's another
we
conversation. Friends
we
with
were
ex. We're gonna have
grown
that
enough.
topic
No,
next.
look, we are grown enough to understand that we may not have been the best of partners in those spaces, but we could still be cool and friends. We did not have a traumatic breakup to where we still could not be social
Yeah.
thereafter. So, therefore, I did like I said, hit up a couple of my exes for this particularly. Um, and I asked, first person I asked, he was like, nah, not at all. They have dated,
Who
not
was?
as much after
Put it in
me.
the chat. I need to know who.
I
I
tell
need
you,
names.
and they basically said our relationship was definitely a learning experience. Because of the things that we went through in the relationship, they did not expect us to have the outside issues that we had. We thought we were
Mm,
solid here, but when you have family over here hating, so-called friends over here hating, and you deal with those elements,
Uh,
we did not,
I know who you talking
we were
about.
not prepared for the outside elements to come in and do their work the way that they did. But we are
Okay.
still very good friends. If I do this, hey, it's a call away. So, um, and that's across the board. So we did not have those issues, and I've actually been able to provide him with dating advice as he has tried to date thereafter. But
Man, if
you
my
know,
ex trying to give me dating advice, I'm going off.
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's you. You the one got cussed out. So there you go. So
I
even
did,
on that place,
and I
um,
deserved it. I
and
deserved it.
that's honest. I also reached out to another ex, and these are exes that I was in long-standing relationships with.
Okay.
Most of my relationships have been ranging maybe 5 years minimum to about 12 to 14. So in those spaces, we're talking to him. We've had relationship conversations. We used to bounce our issues off of each other or whatever. But even he said, he was like, nah, he was like, we still solid. He said, but my last relationship that I was in
After
damaged
you.
me enough. Yeah, it was way after me. Damaged me
mm.
enough to where I don't want to do relationships no more. I'm good with never
That's the
being in a
conversation I
relationship.
need to have right there. Anybody ever said that about you?
No.
Mm.
I don't believe it. Both of y'all.
I asked. Hey, I could
You
be
think
honest
let me
about my
see?
shit. I asked because I wanted the information.
Okay. What'd you
That's
say
why
now?
I reached out.
No. What was the question again? My brain is discombobulated today.
Has anybody ever said that about you? That after you, that like I don't want to date no more.
Uh, I don't think so. Um, I might have some speculation. They just ain't said it. I don't know, but that's just me being honest. So,
So did you reach out to anybody to ask them? Is that something you may have?
uh, I did a couple of them.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
I reached out to a couple of them. The responses were not what I expected.
In a good way,
It
or
wasn't like they
just
were bad. Yeah, they weren't bad or nothing. They just it was like, how do I explain it? It was kind of refreshing in a way because it's
Hmm.
like somebody on the outside. These are people that I don't talk to on the regular, but they still have something positive to say about me still.
Gotcha. Look at you.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
so
I
I've
need,
had my fair share of not being the best person in relationships. Um, some most of them were unintentional, but I'll be honest, some were intentional. But um, they weren't my proudest moment. But it's definitely been a learning experience, and
yeah.
I'm learning to be okay with it.
Okay, I got you. I appreciate you sharing that. Look at you
Definitely.
getting all grown up and stuff.
I see we was all on the same page
It's
though without saying it, but
Yeah,
it's,
apparently we
it's
were. I
yeah.
was like, I
I
got to do
mean,
it for the
and here's
plot.
the thing. Right. And here's the thing.
But it
Like
wasn't just it wasn't
it's
just for
so
this conversation that I did it. I did it because I was like, I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know so it could be either something I can learn from and atone for it later, or
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
just to know. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Like when we are able to reverse those roles and just put ourselves in that other position, it just helps with the decision making going forward. Like
Yeah.
it helps with the selfishness or even just being aware. Because a lot of times, like these things are unintentional. We're not thinking about how it's going to look down the line. We're just
Mm-hmm.
looking at the now. Even when we exit certain situations, like the way we exit out of dating someone, could cause some scars or create a bad dating person. And when we
Mm-hmm.
are in that space of dating, meeting people, man, I'm telling you, man, it sucks, right? Because now we're seeing the residuals of what someone else done.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's,
yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I'm
yeah,
just kind of talking, but yeah.
yeah. Now,
No, you're
real
good.
talk,
What you got,
real
TK?
talk.
Um.
Um,
Yeah.
so one of the things I'll say is this, and being very transparent. Um, I went through a spell where I didn't date for about 10 years or so. So when I actually was presented this, I'm gonna say, an opportunity to get back into the dating market, dating had definitely changed.
Oh, you was
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
horrible.
and
I
it
was
was,
sick of
yeah,
you.
pretty much whatever. And starting over in this new dating and haven't been dating in a while is a whole different thing. You almost feel like you're um ancient, so to say to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But going in back into it, I guess you could say I gave warnings. One of my warnings that I gave is that I had on running shoes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't take long for that to show up in the relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
when there was a disagreement, argument, or it got too much argument, because I'm not an arguer. I don't like to argue. I don't like to be mad at my
Well, you still
significant
argue with me for you not to like to argue.
other. Um, um, Depending if it got how far it got, if it became a consistent thing, I'd almost just basically you could say shut down. If we was on the phone, I'd get quiet because I'm like, I don't argue. If we face to
Call
face,
it
and
what it is. She would ghost you. She would stop answering your calls.
now
Just she would ghost
if
you.
the person started to act a fool, and I do mean a fool, the constant calling, the constant texting, and we're not on in that space. Oh yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
ain't answering your call. If you call and every time you're doing this arguing, complaining, talking crazy, no, I'm not going to entertain it and answer the call until you take a chill pill or three. So there were times, no, I did not answer my phone. And I ain't gonna even lie, there were a few times I placed them on block.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, no. So in those spaces where my absence was removed, that was something that created a scar for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you
I
just
didn't know
you
until
just miss
there was a
perfect when it comes to
confirmation.
dating, huh?
You said what?
Oh, you just miss perfect when it comes to dating, huh?
No, I definitely won't say that. Definitely won't say
Don't
that.
say
I will
that either.
definitely say that I'm better than what I used to be. I'll say I'm better than what I'm used to be, and I'll say that I'm better than what I was a couple of years ago because it's still a learning thing. You're always going to be
Yeah.
learning in this dating thing. Communication, communication styles, because everybody does not communicate the same. I think that is a
Mm-hmm.
big thing now in communication in relationships because people they just don't communicate the same. It's like sometimes two different languages, and it's
Mm-hmm.
also two different is multiple ways of comprehension to me. The way you say something, somebody may comprehend it another way. The perspective is different. A lot of times, too, people listen to the tone of the way that things is. So sometimes, if the tone ain't right, some people done checked out and clocked out of this whole conversation because the tone in which you were talking to me was not right. So it's like, I ain't gonna listen to
Right.
that's nonsense and shenanigans. So there's so many different things that go on in those spaces now. From like you said, the love languages. People are more bigger on love languages, on what gets them going and makes them tick and makes and motivates them. So that's something there. And some people have various things on the list of love languages. So it's not just one person having you having just this one language. Sometimes that's different. Today it might be words of affirmation. Hell, tomorrow might be just acts of love. Somebody might just been busy and couldn't get to their laundry, and hey, you didn't did their laundry and folded it for them. You like, ooh, lifesaver. So it's so different in just ways. If I'm tired and I don't feel like cooking and I done went downstairs and my significant other has cooked already, it's like, baby, I didn't cut a little rug with excitement because that mean I ain't got to put it, do nothing, and it's taking something off the list of my to-do list. So those are things that I think definitely change even in this dating era of more things that you're having to learn and understand in relationships, because what used to work a couple of years ago don't work
Don't
now,
work
and
now.
definitely is not the same,
Mm-mm.
because when you're in a relationship, you're growing. Everybody has their own separate growth path in which you're healing and growing and reaching out, and then you got that you are together, that you're growing and learning and building together. So there's
Mm-hmm.
so many different aspects of things to learn now when you're in relationships.
Gotcha.
So no, I won't
Yep.
definitely won't say I'm perfect.
True
I'm
story.
definitely up here trying to learn and figure it the hell out.
So let me ask you a question. With that being said, right, when
Mm-hmm.
y'all reached out and asked the people, whatever y'all asked as far as the experiences with dating, were there any aha moments?
For me or for them?
Mm-hmm.
Like something that you may have overlooked? No.
Mm-hmm.
For you, were there any aha moments, something that you didn't realize that may have? Because I'm gonna say yes, absolutely. I had a couple of aha moments. I was like, "Dang, was I that bad? You gonna talk to me like that? I thought I
Yep.
was halfway decent."
Okay,
Yep.
so
That's
Even
what I
before
mean.
we had this
Aha.
conversation, I was self-reflecting on a lot. And I was like, damn, I said that? Damn, I did that? I'm like, where
Right.
what was I doing? Where was I at? Where was my mind at? Like it's certain stuff that, that I said that I could have kept to myself, or something that I did, such as me leaving somebody several times.
Man,
But that was
I'm gonna
I
tell
was
you,
like, what where was my mind at? Like what was I doing? Like
man, I was like, I couldn't have been that bad. Was I that bad? Man, you
your
hyping it.
exes will humble
I
you.
was, I was like, you hyping it for real, dog. Chill. It's a simple question.
I mean, if you
You
got
ain't gotta
cussed
do me like that. I'm
out,
sorry. I'm
I
gonna buy
mean,
you Starbucks.
wow, damn, a big one, a big
I'm gonna buy you
Starbucks,
Starbucks.
a
Right.
grande. They need a big one. Um,
I'm gonna order it on that.
I think my aha moments were realizing that I wasn't the same as I was in those relationships. That I've
Mm-hmm.
taken pieces of
See that?
things of love and experience, and I see it now. Or I've been able to be like, dang, we was here and we didn't know how to talk to each other then, or the way we just didn't talk when we were mad, or if somebody slept on the couch because they were mad. Looking at those things and looking even as of now, like, I don't believe in if we are mad at each other, you sleep on the couch. No, just go on and get on your side of the bed, dog. Just go on over there. Because I still have that old school belief of you don't go to bed mad.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think every conversation is going to be resolved overnight?
No, and it's not about being resolved overnight. But one thing I will say is this: life is short,
True.
and you go to sleep mad at that person that you laying next to, and that you or that person don't wake up, that gonna hit you on a totally different level. And
Hmm.
if
Okay.
you at least would have had some peace, and y'all would
I
have, and
understand what
not
you're
saying
saying.
in at y'all's best, but at a better understanding to where y'all were not mad. Y'all could have talked about it and got in a good space versus going to sleep mad and angry. And now you can't
Yeah.
apologize. It's too late. You can't apologize if something happens during the night.
Yeah,
It's a done deal.
I got you. I
I
got you.
got you. Okay. Yeah. Uh, I feel a little indifferent, but I understand your perspective.
Yeah. Why do you feel indifferent?
So, well, because sometimes you might need a third party, and if y'all are having a discussion at night, you might have to wait till tomorrow. And sometimes it's better to pin it than to keep trying to force it, and it escalates. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's impossible to think that every conversation, every situation, we can resolve it. Sometimes we have to revisit this conversation 2 or 3 times, but you have to be okay with that. It's about checking your motives, right? It's about
Hmm.
checking yourself. I understand what you're saying about going to bed mad, right? But when you really understand that emotion, mad or whatever the case is, most of the times it comes from being misunderstood. You know, your
Agreed.
or trust been broken on some level. So sometimes you have to sit in that for a minute to resolve it. Now, if you're being intentional and if you just want to be mad, then that's a whole nother issue. That now I
Yeah.
understand that. That's why I say all we can do is check ourselves. If we're okay and if we're content and we know that we have to pin this until tomorrow when we can call our therapist or whatever and get that appointment, then we got to be mature enough to do that as well. That's
Damn,
what
you
I,
said call the therapist.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
say
mean I'm
this,
just
at
saying
least for
because
me.
some people keep their therapist on speed dial. I ain't
True.
saying no names, but
I don't.
I mean I'm not saying no names, but there's people that do. There
Yeah,
was a time when I kept my therapist on speed dial. I'm no longer in that space. I don't need to keep a therapist on speed dial. I don't think. I'm going to ask about that. But anyways, you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this, at least for me, I see both sides. I see the not going to bed mad, but I also see the putting a pin in it. Cause I know sometimes, I know at least for me, when I'm pissed off or I'm upset about something, I need time to process. Like
Bingo.
thoroughly time to process.
You
And if
need
we
some.
have the conversation when I'm not ready to process that, it's gonna go to a whole nother level and it's not gonna be positive or constructive.
Yeah.
understood. Definitely
And that's the
understood.
thing. So, and that's why I say we got to check ourselves. Like, because she has that awareness that she can check herself and not force something that
Hmm.
needs to be forced. And her person has to have that awareness too to know not to force in whatever they need. That's how we navigate. So this is what I was going to ask. So with that being said, TK, right? When you were having those conversations, with a couple of people, or whatever the case is, and did any? So for me, right? Did anybody have an impact on you and how you dated?
Mm.
I would have to say
That's a
You
good
yes.
see what
one.
you
I would definitely
see
have
what
to
I
say
did there?
yes, I did. And the craziest part is one of the things in one relationship I said is I would never date someone that has a female best friend
Wait, what?
Been there, done that.
because
Oh Lord.
the thing was the female best friend was chaotic. She contributed to a lot of the chaos
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
relationship, and it came out
I
to
can
be
relate. I can relate.
as I know you can't relate. Your best friend is awesome and amazing. God, he just wasn't that lucky to have a best friend like the one that you have. So in this space, she incorporated feelings. In the beginning, she did not expect us to hit it off the way that we hit it off. And like they say, a lot of times females are territorial. So when
Mm-hmm.
we started getting more and more close, she started to do more and more things to try to sabotage the relationship. If she was at the house
Mm.
and I called, she would unplug the phone, she would hang up in my face, um, stuff like that. And like I said, as the years went on and we were together, she consistently tried to do things to really put a wrench in the relationship. She even admitted that
Mm-hmm.
she was in love with him and
Mm.
had a thing for
Oh
him, and
wow.
this was supposed to be his best friend. So, like I said, it created a lot of issues. Now, I know, like hell, that sounds contradictory as hell because I have a male best friend. But me and my best friend are not issues in our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that we can be issues in our relationships is if the people that we're dating make them an issue in a relationship. Because
True story.
from jump, I will always tell people that I have a male best friend, and we've been male, female best friends for over 30 something years. There's never been any funny business, no interest, or nothing like that. We've just been best friends for a long time. We've grown up together. We done been through shit, life, and some struggles and stuff together. Um, but neither one of us is a threat to the other's relationship, like I said, unless jealousy or somebody else of significant other makes it that way.
Yeah.
True story.
You ain't gonna like what I gotta say, D.
So I was going to say same question for you, Nate. If you want to answer it,
Um, so for me, in one of my relationships, me and the person we were dating had friends of the opposite sex. So I had a male best friend, he had female. Didn't really have issues
okay.
with it, but I could see how people are like, and at the same point, they were our exes. So I could see how people had an issue with it. Um, I didn't have an issue with the best friend. The best friend was cool for the most part. A little opinionated, but not nothing that was really stressing me out too much. But until like after we broke up, she was like, "So when she gonna move out?" I was like, "Oh." It was like cool because it's like we was like real cool at first, and then it's like it shifted after that. So it's like
Mm.
it's really like the tense energy that I got afterwards from all of his female friends because he had all female friends as well.
Mm.
So the tenseness that I got afterwards, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't think I would date somebody who's best friend with their ex or friends with their ex again.
Uh, now, if it's their ex and they're best friends, I'm going to stay clear. I'm not even gonna best friends. Now, if it's their ex and they're still cool, okay, cool. I don't have an issue with that. But if
Yeah,
y'all put that best friend title on it and y'all talk on the phone, kiki, ha ha, all that stuff, hang out, and nah, you can keep your friend. It's just a space that I don't want to be in. I don't even want to invite that energy. And I don't do it
I
like
got you.
now. I have some exes that I'm cool with, but I wouldn't say they're my best friends,
Hmm.
right? Now in that
Yeah.
space, I'm gonna let it be known. Yeah, this person is an ex, which is cool. When I wouldn't even say we're friends. Every now and then we may be a little social. It ain't no funny business, but all that other stuff, nah, I ain't got no time for it.
Yeah.
And it's only because I don't want to invite that energy into my relationship that I'm going into as well. Like there's a lot of
Hmm.
times where there's a especially like having a best friend of the opposite sex that's your ex. They're gonna know you in a way that the person is trying to get to know you. So
Hmm.
unintentionally, things are gonna be said and done that's gonna make the person uncomfortable. I mean, and it's not intentional, but it's
Yeah.
just you know a person on such a level then that's where you
Mm-hmm.
get opinionated. Say little things, especially. So it's just a space I don't even want to be in, one way or the other. I
Understood.
wouldn't bring my yeah. So that's it.
Understood.
Okay, I got a question.
No.
Oh, well, what's your question?
So, if you're in a relationship and it came down
Okay.
to an ultimatum, and they was like, it's either me or your best friend, what you gonna do?
My best
Who
friend.
you choose?
Anybody that gives me an ultimatum, I'm choosing another person. So if somebody tells me it's either them or my best friend, I'm choosing my best friend. If my best friend tells me it's either them or the other person, I'm choosing the other person. Because I feel
Oh,
like you're being selfish giving me an ultimatum in general.
you-
What?
huh?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, don't give me no ultimatum because I'm not gonna give you
Yeah, I
no
don't do
ultimatum. I'm just
ultimatums.
No, I
gonna,
don't do
I'm
ultimatums.
just gonna. If I see something that looks funny, I'm not gonna give you an ultimatum. I'm gonna decide what's best for me. Obviously, you're keeping people around for a reason, right? You want to keep your ex
Mm-hmm.
around, cool. I don't want to be in it. I'm not gonna give you no ultimatum because then you're gonna have resentment and all this stuff. We ain't doing that game. I'm just gonna move around if I don't like your lifestyle.
You know,
But
it
that's
was
just me.
crazy. It was crazy this week. There was this little video that somebody turned
You
around and
can
sent
go
me this week, and it said, "We've been friends longer than all of our relationships."
There you go.
Ew, shit.
I don't know what you
Let me
saying.
get
Ooh,
my
well, you the one that sent the shit.
hold on, man. Let me get my calculator. Can I talk?
What you need a calculator for?
Because I
You
need to
send it to
rethink
me.
this friendship.
You
Obviously,
think hard. Think real hard.
I think I'm gonna get me a Nay. You got a
Hmm.
best friend? Just kidding.
Well, yeah, but not a male best friend.
I'm just playing TK. I'm
I ain't
sorry.
worried about you.
Yes, you are.
You'll come looking for me before I come looking for you.
I ain't coming looking.
Lies.
I'm gonna
So,
just blow your phone.
um,
You gonna have to block me.
whatever. So, question. Um,
Again.
Another question?
have
Okay.
you ever dated someone who's still bleeding from the last relationship?
Yes.
When you say dated, I need
Oh yeah, to specify that. Do you mean like in a relationship or
yeah.
In a relationship? Yes,
yes?
in a
In a
relationship.
relationship, no. Dated,
Okay.
I mean, it was an arrangement. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hmm. Okay.
um, I guess I can say for me, the person had I guess the other person was used to chaos. And I'm a
Mm.
very simple person, so I don't do all that extra stuff. Now, if you ignore me, that's a different story.
Ooh,
But I'm a very simple person.
let's talk
I
about that.
don't be trying to do like triple text you all the time and blowing up your phone. You didn't answer the phone when I called and blah 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 blah. That's not me. That's just not me. I don't do all that extra stuff. If I feel like I have to do all that, we don't need to be together.
Hmm.
I
I
like
agree.
peace in my relationships.
Mm.
You ain't got but you ain't got but 2 or 3 times to ignore me, and I'm done. I'm serious. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you back. You okay? I'm like, all right. I'm gonna make sure I ain't tripping. I'm gonna give it one more try. And it's yeah, no. And I don't expect to hear from you every day. I ain't saying we got to be all that. None of that. That's not what I'm saying. But
That's
you
what
Hmm.
ain't
I'm
got.
saying.
But
Every day.
I don't have to talk to you every day. But we're gonna have that
Yeah.
understanding.
Well, see, everybody got different communication styles, though.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, as long as I know you cool, I'm chill. But
Yep.
we, yeah. Sometimes I just don't be wanting to be bothered, man. I be busy. I be, yeah.
Lord.
I'm sorry.
No, but I agree. I have dated someone that was definitely still bleeding from the prior I'll say the prior relationships, not
And
just
when you
one.
say dated,
Yeah, not just one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was multiple relationships.
for real?
So yes, because just like Nay said, they liked chaos. They were used to the arguing, maybe some fighting, some cussing,
The cheating.
all that. They were used to that. So when they got to me, I was the opposite of what they were used to. I didn't do the
They know how to
chaos,
handle
I
it.
didn't do the tan up cars, the texting, the riding by people's house and popping up and
No,
all
they
that.
got the later, or they
I
got the
don't.
grown up version.
Yeah,
They didn't get the other version.
I ain't never been that ever. I ain't never been that. So
I'm glad with you.
it
You've
was
never
like,
been that. I'm kidding.
oh, I know, never. Thank you. But it was like the simplicity was like a shock compared to what they were used to. And it's
Hmm.
like, how do
Mm-hmm.
I date this person and they ain't trying to fight me? They not trying to cuss me out. They not saying fuck you and your mama too and all these other things. So
Dumping out your mama ashes and nothing else like that. No.
yeah, stuff like that. I'm not that. I'm very peaceful. Like I said, I don't like to argue. I'm laid back. Like I love peace. Hey, we can talk,
Mm-hmm.
chop it up, even if we mad. Still talk to me like you got some sense. Don't be talking all rah 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 crazy all out. I'm not that. I'm definitely not that. So it
Mm-hmm.
was very much of a shock because it's like, well, how do I date this person when I'm used to this from 3, 4 people prior?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. How long did that last? You mind me asking? No? We can talk later. If you like.
Mm,
I got you. Yeah. That's interesting. Name what you think. Go ahead. Let's
It's still
I'm
going.
thinking.
um
um,
yeah.
it happened a couple of times with different people that I dated, so it's not an area that's not unfamiliar to me.
Hmm.
One that kind of was the person had scarring from a previous relationship from past me that ended up in the current.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Them young dating stars.
I
Mm-hmm.
started laughing at you. I'm just that was
No, I got you. You good?
uh
You
yeah.
left your mark.
I did. Left a couple of them, so I did.
And that's honest. That's very honest.
I dated I don't know, a woman that had a problem with her hands. Yeah, and I hung around for a little while, you know, but yeah, she was walking, was coming from the pool one time, right? And we was going to the pool, and this lady was coming from the pool. And I looked at her, I just looked, you know, and once we passed a lady, when I turned my head back, like I just felt her hand.
Ooh.
I was like, "Girl, what's wrong with you?" And it was just little stuff like that. I said, "Hey, no, I don't wanna be physical. I ain't no domesticated type dude.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
but so
Uh,
I don't know. I've had my share, and I know I've also created some monsters. So that's me
okay.
being honest. Yep, on multiple levels. I'm not
Okay.
that guy anymore.
Mhm.
So.
Okay.
Nope.
But I will say this. One of them aha moments that I had having the conversations that I had is that I realized that I'm a tough act to follow.
You're a what?
Oh Lord. Anyways, so this is
Tough
what
act
I'm.
to
Oh
follow.
She's
Lord.
a tough actor.
Yeah, I just
Girl,
caught that.
Please, some
get over it.
it can't
Anyways,
fit my
so let me
shoes.
ask y'all this question right here when it comes to creating bad data partners, right? So,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna direct this towards the women because you know how like women have a certain standard. Like, don't take me to this restaurant. Like, I'm above that. I ain't going to Chili's. I ain't going to Cheesecake Factory if it ain't Papa Do's or above that. So do you think that's an aspect of a bad dating partner?
I would say yes to a point. Um, there are some places that I'm not going to on my dime. Like I don't do Applebee's on my own money. So guess what? We ain't going.
Mm-mm.
Nasty behind Applebee's because that food tastes like
But
trash.
it's not about the price. It's just because you don't like it,
No,
correct?
yeah, it's about that. But I will also say this: there are there are women these days that only date for meals. So you
Mm-hmm.
may think you really in a relationship with this female or she really has interest in you and she only has interest in you to get a meal. So
True story.
that needs to be clarified. You need to figure that out if you're really in a relationship for because you the food guy or are you really in this relationship?
Yeah.
I don't I'm not a person that is hollering about, hey, you better go take me to what's that, Blue Star or any of those other places. Like the dating is for you for connection, is for getting to know the person that you're involved with or trying to be involved with.
To see
I
if
don't
it's
feel
somebody
like
that you want to
price
court.
and
Mm-hmm.
on somebody should determine a relationship and what that relationship is. So I'm not with the I'll eat cheesecake. I'll eat cheesecake factory. I haven't been in a while because they're not at the top of my list. The food ain't all that great. The cheesecake ain't bad, but the food ain't all that great. So really, even on my dime, cheesecake
Man, but they
factory ain't
got this
on my list.
Cajun pasta that I love from Cheesecake Factory. And a piece of turtle
Mhm.
cheesecake.
Oh yeah, that turtle cheesecake go hard in the paint, man. We just used to go for
Lord.
just to go for the cheesecake. I ain't gonna lie to you. We would just go in there and get cheesecake and leave. We
Get
wouldn't
that
even
Cajun pasta.
eat in there.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
to Cheesecake
So
Factory now?
like,
Do you like spicy food a little bit?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you ain't gonna like the Cajun pasta then. It's a little spicy.
you ain't. Yeah. So
um.
for me, price is not about the dating for me.
Yeah.
Hmm. I agree. I
Um.
like that.
For
So
me,
do
I
you
guess I
think?
was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
that. I guess I was gonna say that. I can see her perspective, but I can see yours. Um. This is just from my experience. I can sort of see. I don't want to say the pickiness because I don't think it's being picky, but the standard because maybe I know for me I have dated somebody that gives the bare minimum or
Hmm.
breadcrumbs you with little stuff where you would think it would or lacking effort, I should say. Um, but yeah, like you'd be like, oh, you know your favorite spot is Red Lobster and they take you to McDonald's.
I got a question for you.
What up?
So if you go out with a date with somebody that you like, as opposed to somebody that you kind of don't like but you want to see,
Mm-hmm.
is there a different approach to that? So then, is it okay to go get coffee or ice cream as opposed to you want to go to the restaurant based on how much you like the person or don't like the person that much?
Mm, I guess because I don't really see me going out with somebody that I don't particularly like or have interest in. I'm just not gonna lead you on with that. Well, like, oh, I'm gonna go out with you and I don't even like you. That's not me.
I mean, so you could like the person, but you might not think they're that attractive up front. But you know,
Oh well,
but
yeah. I looks is not a thing for me. I don't go
well,
off
I need looks
obviously
to
I
be
don't
a
go based
thing
off
for you,
looks.
my friend. Make looks, make them a thing, and I'm gonna set that right there, and I'm done. Moving forward, looks are a thing. Next, however, we're not judging. Oh, we lost her. What she do? She done disconnected herself again. But
Oh no, I think she needed to laugh real quick.
nah, she done. Anyways, hey, Not saying that
I
looks are
told you she needed to
every.
laugh.
Not saying that they're everything. They're not everything, but they should at least be a thing. That's it.
Because
But
unless
yeah,
you like
that's it.
waking up to scary movies every day, you're gonna have to look like something. Gotta be a little easy on the eyes. Just a
A small
little
thing.
easy. Like at least when I do like this, at least at least a little easy on the eyes. A little bit.
A little bit. Cause not, man. Never mind. Yeah, well, keep it. Stay focused. But yeah. This is a good conversation. I'm glad we had this one. Um, because a lot of times we don't reflect on ourselves, and if like we complain about dating and the dating pool and all that stuff, but do we sit back and look at how we may have what's the word I'm looking for? How we may have tainted it some, even if it's just a little bit. I know I can say I didn't just taint it. I may have poured a bucket or two of paint in that mug. I'm sorry if y'all are watching.
No, I've self-reflected and see that I've created
Right.
some scarred people. I've apologized for it, but I know you can only apologize so much.
I tried to apologize. I got talked real bad too. I just all right. I'm sorry. TK, what's up?
Man, I wish somebody would talk bad to me, dog, and I didn't
You
call
need
to
to.
apologize.
I can fulfill that for you.
And you
I
gonna get
got
it
you.
right back tenfold.
It might come back. I'm used to it.
It's gonna come back. I'm gonna
I'm
make you
used to
go
it.
tell your mama on me.
I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, you do. Exactly my point. Thank you. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I asked those people, but I'm sure
Can
there's
I
probably
ask you
people that
on
might.
your behalf? Maybe they'll be honest with me,
Go ahead.
and I know who I want to ask.
Well, if you ask that raggedy person that I think you gonna ask, I'm very sure he gonna say something different because jealousy is definitely a thing. You know, it comes
I
down
want
to
to see. I'm curious.
who's
Let me
the
go
better
ahead.
parent.
Let me
And
go ahead and send this message.
people get in their feelings, when they're not who they should be and do what they should do, and you have to almost take somebody by their
Yeah.
hand. So, yeah, I don't expect anything positive from them, but you can't expect something positive from a negative anyway. So,
Okay. Got you.
mhm.
Any other questions?
I hope you
TK?
watch. No,
No more questions?
no, I think we
I don't have
kind of
nothing.
went through. Let me see. No, I think we are all right. Yeah, I think we kind of hit what I had, for the most part.
You have any questions now? You got anything? You sure?
Yeah, I think I pretty much said enough of my piece.
Yeah, I got you. Hmm. Is there anything that y'all would do different, like when it comes to this conversation and the realization that we may have come to?
Mm, yeah, looking back, well, I don't have like a specific thing at the top of my head, but yeah, there's definitely some stuff in various relationships that I wish I would have handled better or did differently.
Man, I got one situation that I wish I would not have ignored a lot of the red flags. One, I seen a lot of the BS, but because of the look that I was trying to build, the narrative, I act like this stuff wasn't there.
Mm.
So, don't. I'm sick of you. I'm done. That's it for me. I ain't got nothing else to say because I don't like the feeling of being judged.
I'm not judging. I ain't said a word.
That's all I
Um,
got. Man. Go
for
ahead.
me, I think I would go more to the background. of understanding the background from what a person, how a person grew up, um, their past dating situations,
Ooh, that's good.
what their mental health,
Mm-hmm.
identifying mental health, also their emotional intelligence, um, and definitely the relationship with their parents. What that looked like and what that was like. I think those play very vital roles um, in relationships that people don't really realize.
Mm-hmm.
Not only just the relationship itself, but normally there's a lot of mommy or daddy issues in there that really hold a lot of weight in spaces on whether if the parent was present or absent. I think plays a lot. So I think I would definitely go through those lines of understanding and also see how a person reacts when times are down, when it's not in good spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say, if they've lost a job or lost someone in their family, to see how they react in spaces because there's a reaction in those spaces, but sometimes the reaction can also be very extreme. And
True.
like now we're in a space where a lot of black men are killing black women as well as the kids. So I think there's definitely a series of things that I will consider. I'm gonna say the next go around.
Understood.
Yeah, it would definitely be different things to consider. So yeah,
What's
That was
that?
a lot.
yeah. And that's just, I would say that's off of just experience right now, um, of being in, dating, um, and the things that I see on social media and such. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see where in spaces if somebody could have saw the red flag here and the red flag and seen those little s- dots in spaces, um, that some things could have been avoided, or you got some understanding and some like, wait a minute, yo, what, wait a minute, y'all was doing what, this happened with who, how did, who, I ain't never done it. Like, it's some spaces where some stuff like I could say the things that I would have done with my parents, what other people have done with theirs, and it would have never ever crossed my mind to cross lines. But you were like, wait a minute. Hmm, Um, mm, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely some other aspects to look and review um, when getting to know somebody before you really just jump in all willy nilly and head first.
Okay. Thank you.
Very well.
Closing marks,
Sure.
remarks, responses, anything? Nay,
Um,
what you got?
I'm getting there. Hold on. um,
I
don't
don't
be
like your
scared to
attitude. You
grow.
got a nasty attitude.
Don't be
Don't
scared
be
to
scared to
grow.
grow.
Um, value yourself. Know your worth. You can't make somebody see your worth or your value. You can't love them you can't love them into seeing your worth or your value. Only you can do that for yourself. But
Sure.
that's all I got.
All
I love
right.
it. I see your worth and your value, and I love it. I'm gonna say this.
Thank you.
This space of dating, man, we tend to overcomplicate it in a whole lot of ways, right? And the reason why I say overcomplicated is because the simple recipe, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know what you like, if you don't know how to date you, then how is anybody else like? How are you gonna elaborate that to somebody else. I am a firm believer of dating yourself. Any successful relationship you're going to have is going to start with you, right? And that includes dating, the dating aspect. So don't be afraid to get up, go out, get dressed, take yourself to movies, take yourself to dinner, enjoy your company before you invite somebody else into a space that you're not comfortable being in. That's the point I'm making right there. Once that foundation is solid, right, then you have mastered and acclimated to dating, right? A lot of us at this age, even if we're a little bit younger, we've been in long term relationships, Um, so things change often, right? So if we've been out of that pool for a while, we don't just dive in. If we do, we're going to shock. We put our feet in the pool first. We acclimate. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to dating. Acclimate. Learn how to date. Learn what's popping. Learn you in that space, right? Things change, So that's all I got. I just want to encourage you to love on yourself. Cool.
Yeah, and I piggyback. I agree with both of everything that y'all said. I do think there should be spaces where you date yourself, where you're okay with catching a movie by yourself and don't feel like, oh, everybody's looking at me or whatever else. You will see a lot more people, honestly, going on dates to the movies and other places by themselves than what you think. Um, in that space, also learn yourself, learn what you like, what you don't like, what you will tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate, things that just are non-negotiable or negotiable things. I think that's very important to know, so that way you won't
Mhm.
be wasting your time and nobody else. Because baby, time is of the essence, and these days feel a little shorter. So you don't know how much time you're gonna have. Save what you can and enjoy life.
I know one time I took myself on a solo date, right? And I met this lady, and we exchanged information, had a nice conversation, right? And then she wanted to start accompanying me on my solo dates, and I was like, no, that defeats the purpose. Like, I was like,
Like
I'm glad I met you.
that's a
We
date. That
can
is not a solo
hang up,
date.
but I still want my solo dates on the side. We can kick it. We go get coffee. However, we. I just thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sidetrack.
No, I got you. Understood. Understood. Definitely understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
I
this was
appreciate
okay.
y'all being open and honest. This was a great conversation.
Agreed. I think this was a nice topic. Good
Yeah.
job.
I was gonna say, yeah, good job.
Hmm.
Always.
Oh
You
God.
know me always. I'm
And make
God.
sure whoever
I'm
you're
him.
dating can accept a compliment.
What you saying?
I just said it. Make sure that
Who
the
can't
person
accept a
you're dating
compliment?
can accept a compliment.
Are you trying to insinuate something?
Never.
Okay. Because if I remember correctly, I complimented you about 3 days ago and got cursed out.
That is not true.
Let me pull this screenshot up real quick. I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send it to you, man.
Okay.
It wasn't a
See y'all
compliment.
next week.
You've been calling me fat face all week, so it wasn't a compliment. Anyway, so thank
You
y'all
do
for
have a
tuning
fat face.
in
Have you
tonight.
saw your face lately?
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We greatly, greatly appreciate y'all as always. Please like, share, as well as subscribe. Um, yeah, you want to make the announcement?
For me? Oh, you man, look, I want y'all to be on the lookout. We got something working, and it is absolutely amazing. The vibe and the logic behind it This is something that we are birthing. It is me and my awesome friend TK. Uh, um,
Your awesome who?
my best friend. uh,
Thank you.
we are doing a spinoff of what we got going on here. This space is not going anywhere, but the spinoff is gonna be different conversations, right? So it's a total different platform. It's just a spinoff of this one right here. So be on the lookout, right? We're gonna start that. We're thinking Tuesday this week coming up, 5 p.m. Start looking for the flyers to be posted on our page. I'm excited about this. This is going to be real. This is going to be even more raw. What you think you get here between her and I, let's turn that up to about 10, and that's what you're going to get. No filter, no holds barred. We bringing it, the vibe and the logic. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pray for me.
You said?
Huh?
She said, no, I don't, y'all don't, I got that under control. I pray for her every day. So just support, like, share, subscribe. If you think you know someone that can benefit from this particular episode, then send it to them. You know what? Go ask some of your exes some of the questions that we asked here about if you were a bad dating partner, or if you created that, just ask some questions just to see. Be prepared for honesty, though.
Yeah. Ask him, how many scars did I give you?
Oh Lord.
What's your wound?
And we ain't talking about the physical scars. We're talking about them scars of the heart.
Yeah.
We're talking about scars of the pride, crushing someone's ego. Ill type of scars. She devastated me. I didn't date for 7 years. I'm just saying. That
I
was
got
you.
one.
You didn't date, you said for 10 years? You said you didn't date 10 years?
I didn't date for like 10 years. Yeah.
It was a while, I remember.
We might discuss that that might be a topic on our podcast on the little lineup of.
You didn't date for 10 years, and in that space, I had 2 failed marriages. Now I'm just kidding. It was one. 2 jacked up ones.
Ooh, baby.
If you're watching, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
I told him not to do it though. He didn't listen on that last one. I was like, don't do it, Cletus. No. He didn't listen.
I was thinking with the wrong parts.
Definitely. Because
true love waits. I can't do this no more.
That's a different conversation for a different day.
It is. I think that's supposed to be one of the topics we're supposed to do too.
That's gonna be one of them. I mentioned that because I could tell you, boy, let's end this and we'll pick this back up. So be on the lookout for the Vibe and the Logic podcast with DNT. Coming soon. The Vibe and the Logic. It's gonna definitely be a vibe. And of course we got the logical one.
Yeah. But
I saw you roll your eyes too.
Good. That means you can see without your glasses.
Matter of fact, yeah.
All right. So we will see y'all next week. Hopefully we'll see you Tuesday and Friday. But we will post and get everything situated. So we're gonna work it out in the next few days and get stuff situated. So just be on the lookout. Until then, be blessed, be safe, and be true to you. And we out.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move.